It's December 28th, and you just discovered $847 sitting in your FSA account that vanishes in 3 days. Your HR department sent 5 panicked emails, but you thought they were spam. Right now, millions of Americans are racing to spend money they already earned before it legally disappears forever. Ever wonder why workplace benefits seem designed to self-destruct if you don't use them fast enough? Today, I'll explain end-of-year benefits deadlines like you're 5 years old. By the end, you'll understand exactly what disappears at midnight on December 31st, why employers set it up this way, and how to grab every dollar before it's gone. Let's start with the big 3 things that evaporate when the calendar flips. First is your FSA balance. That's your flexible spending account, the pre-tax money you set aside for medical expenses. If you contributed all year but didn't spend it, most of that cash just disappears. Second are employer wellness credits, gym reimbursements, and annual stipends that reset on January 1. That $500 education benefit or $300 work-from-home allowance? Gone if you don't claim it. Third are charitable deduction opportunities. If you want a tax write-off for donations this year, the check has to clear or the transaction has to post before midnight on New Year's Eve. Here's what makes FSA rules so brutal. You decided back in January how much to contribute per paycheck. That money comes out pre-tax, which saves you roughly 30% depending on your bracket. Sounds great until you realize the government made a deal with your employer. In exchange for that tax break, any money you don't spend by year-end goes back to your employer, not to you. Some plans offer a grace period until March 15. Others let you roll over $640 into next year. But most people don't know which version they have until it's too late. This matters to you because Americans forfeit over $400 million in FSA funds every single year. That's money that simply evaporates because nobody warned them the clock was ticking. Now here's the part that'll make you angry. Your employer actually profits when you forget to spend your FSA. They get to keep whatever you forfeit to offset their administrative costs. Some companies even budget for these forfeitures, knowing a predictable percentage of employees will mess up. That's not a conspiracy theory. That's how the accounting works. Your forgotten $847 becomes their $847. They're legally required to send those reminder emails, but the system itself is designed to make forgetting easy. FSAs are totally different from HSAs, which are health savings accounts. HSAs never expire. Ever. You can carry that balance for decades if you want. But you can only get an HSA if you have a high-deductible health plan. Most people don't qualify. They have FSAs instead, which means they're playing a yearly game of predicting medical expenses. It's like being forced to prepay for groceries in January and watching the food spoil if you don't eat it all by December. So what actually counts as FSA-eligible? Way more than you think. Prescription glasses and contacts obviously count. Dental work, copays, bandages, sunscreen, first aid kits. But people constantly forget about acupuncture, chiropractors, therapy sessions, and even some over-the-counter meds. You can buy a $3,000 pair of prescription sunglasses on December 30, and your FSA covers it. Some people prepay for next year's braces or LASIK surgery just to burn through the balance. This isn't gaming the system. It's using money you already earned before the government takes it back. Now check this out about employer stipends and credits. Lots of companies offer annual perks that reset on the calendar year. A $500 professional development stipend. A $50 per month gym reimbursement you forgot to submit receipts for. A $1,000 wellness credit for completing health screenings. These benefits don't roll over. If you earned them but didn't claim them, they vanish on January 1st. The money was always yours, but only if you remember the paperwork exists. Check your employee portal right now. You might have money sitting there that disappears in days simply because you didn't fill out a form. Then there's PTO, which operates on wildly different rules depending on your employer. Some companies let you roll over unused vacation days. Others have strict use it or lose it policies where your accrued time just disappears. Some will pay you out for unused days at your current salary rate. Others cap how much you can carry forward at 40 or 80 hours. This affects you. Because if you've been hoarding PTO all year, you might wake up in January with fewer days. Companies do this to avoid carrying huge liabilities on their books. Your unused vacation is debt to them. Here's what gets tricky with charitable donations. If you want to deduct donations from your 2024 taxes, the transaction must complete by December 31st. Mail a check on December 30th, but it doesn't clear until January 3? That's a 2025 deduction. Use a credit card on New Year's Eve? You're good, because the transaction date counts, not when you pay the bill. Donate stock? That has to transfer by the 31st. This matters because if you're planning to give anyway, timing it right saves you thousands. Donate $10,000 in the 24% bracket? You just saved $2,400, but only if you beat the deadline. Now here's where retirement rules get weird. Your 401k contributions for 2024 have to come out of paychecks dated in 2024. You can't add extra in January and backdate it. But IRA contributions? You have until tax day in April to contribute for the previous year. That's a massive difference most people don't know about. If you're scrambling to maximize retirement savings, you've got more time with an IRA. But employer matches on that 401k? Those only count if the money goes in during the actual calendar year. Here's why employers front-load everything into the calendar year. It makes accounting cleaner. It aligns with tax deadlines. It reduces long-term liabilities on their balance sheets. And honestly, it makes employees forget and forfeit benefits, which directly saves the company money. You're not being scammed exactly. You're just playing a game where the house wrote the rules. Let me tell you about education credits real quick. The American Opportunity Credit and Lifetime Learning Credit both require tuition payments to post by December 31st. Pay your spring semester bill in December instead of January? You can claim it this year. That could be worth up to $2,500 in tax credits depending on your situation. Same deal with student loan interest. Payments made by year-end count toward your deduction limit. So what should you actually do right now, today, before this window closes? First, log into your FSA account and check your balance. If you've got money left, book that dentist appointment immediately. Order new glasses, stock up on contact lenses, or prepay for a procedure you need anyway. Second, check your employee benefits portal for unused stipends, reimbursements, or wellness credits. Submit those receipts today, not next week. Third, if you're planning charitable donations, do it now while you control which tax year it counts for. Fourth, confirm your PTO policy and use or bank your days according to actual rules. Fifth, max out retirement contributions if possible. Knowing the 401k deadline is harder than the IRA deadline. Sixth, pay any eligible education expenses before the calendar flips. These aren't loopholes. They're not hacks. They're just deadlines that most people miss because nobody explains them clearly. You already earned this money. You already qualified for these benefits. The only question is whether you'll claim them before they disappear. So to recap, FSA balances vanish if you don't spend them, and Americans lose over $400 million yearly that way. Employer stipends and credits reset on the calendar year, whether you claimed them or not. Charitable donations need to clear by year-end to count for this year's taxes. PTO policies vary wildly between companies. Retirement contributions split between 401k's hard December deadline and IRA's softer April deadline. Education credits require payment by December 31st to count for this tax year. Employers actually benefit from complexity because forgotten benefits reduce their costs. And all of this resets in days, whether you're ready or not. The system isn't broken. It's working exactly as designed. The question is, whose side is it designed to work for? Have you ever lost benefits because you missed a deadline? And what did your employer do when you discovered it too late? Drop your experience in the comments, because this happens to millions of people every single year.